on my way to Allegheny National Forest again in search of snow. If I can't get an angle of all that mangled metal at the bottom. On my way to Allegheny National Forest again in search of snow. Of course, right now it snowed this morning, so there's about 1 inch on the ground, but it's 30 degrees out and raining. So hopefully the rain doesn't last too long and wash out all the snow or make it too wet, because I'd like to have some traction. It just hasn't snowed around here a lot, and I have the week off for the holidays, so I figured I'd do the easy thing and go down to the forest and map a couple new forest roads. We'll see if there's any offshoot gates open. I don't have high hopes for that because it's winter time, but you never know. And you know, I'll just get some more of the forest mapped out on my Gaia app and have some fun on my day off. Tracks. I guess we're gonna air down. Cool. It snowed just enough. There's about 2 inches of fresh snow. A little bit of freezing rain just came down, but just enough to air down and do first tracks on some forest roads. We'll see if I want to do any offshoots, if there's any gates open. I'm not sure if the gates get closed for the winter time or not, but I'm just happy to be out on the forest roads, map some more stuff on Gaia. And then the only other thing I guess I could, it's really minor, but a couple things for the winter I did for Vader. I got the winch cover just to keep some salt off the winch, and I took the D-rings out and painted the shackle mounts just because I didn't want those getting iced up and salted up in the wintertime. And I also take the high lift off for when I'm daily driving, but I put it on for a day like this just in case. But it looks like I'll be the only one out on the forest roads, at least in this section of the forest today. So I'm gonna air down probably to about 20 to get some extra traction, even though these are very flat forest roads, just for extra traction in the snow. And then we'll see what happens if I come across any open gates. Maybe we'll explore a little further. And then, you know, hopefully maybe we'll find a couple campsites and stuff, and I can keep my mapping of the forest going. So let's air down and then go explore a little bit in the snow. Okay, so this is Forest Road 508. I've been on this before. Really interesting seeing it without the leaves on the trees. It's actually a shelf road back there, and I had no idea when we were in here in July that was a shelf road, but cool. But this is an offshoot over here that we went down last time, and there's no gate on it. So I think I'm gonna check that out, and we'll see what it's like to get on a little bit of a tighter trail with about 1.5 inches, 2 inches of snow under us. And if that goes well, then we'll look for some other ones. But if not, then we'll stay on some forest roads. So let's see how it goes. Some ice. All right, I've reached my first decline, I guess, and I knew it was coming. I've been on this before. It's not super steep, but I'm gonna do it. It'll be the test of the day to see whether or not we should keep doing this. There's enough trees around where I could like progressively winch myself up if I had to, but I have a feeling it'll be fine. We'll check it out, try it out. This will be my turnaround spot as I slide down the hill. Okay, I kind of reached a point that's got a good 3-point turn spot. I know the trail ends that way a little bit. It goes downhill a little bit further, but what I'm going to do now is I've got this uphill, which of course because of the GoPro looks fairly flat, but I just 3-point turn next to the gas well, and got a couple step ups to get back up to the main road, and we'll see how this goes, and if this ends up being all right, then we know we can kind of tool around and explore the rest of the day. So give it a shot, see how the niddos do, and then get off this offshoot. Keep mapping. And here's the bigger hill. Here, no more fresh tracks. So that was 508. 508 goes a little bit further. That's where the tracks that we just saw came from. So I don't know who was down there. But 508A across the street here at the intersection, that's just an offshoot trail. It looks like it has a gate, but it's open right now. That's worth exploring. It's not super long, but it's fun. And then this is the intersection that connects with 504. We're gonna take 504 down the hill, and this does have a gate, but the gate's open, so we're gonna go explore. This is a typical dirt road. It's not like the offshoot we did that's tighter. There are plenty of offshoots on it though, so maybe we'll find something new to check out. So let's hit 504 up. It is gorgeous here in the wintertime, and there's the perfect mixture of leafy trees and evergreens. And the one thing I noticed on 508 when I got up towards the top of that was that you could see like down into the little valley between the hills, and it was super cool. I think I just passed a campsite, so I'm gonna back up and see if I can't get up into that and see if it's a campsite. Campsite. I see a fire pit. Cool. So my hunch was right. This is a campsite. I found a fire pit at the top. Also, when I was pulling in, I noticed this. This might actually be a marked campsite. And that makes sense because when I show you the fire pit, it actually looks pretty official. It's a nice stacked one. And it's a little covered in snow right now, as you would expect, but pretty cool campsite. Really level. There's a stream down below. It's a little ways away, but you can still hear it. And this big old fire pit, really well made. So this must be a marked one. I don't know, maybe I'll look at some maps and see if I can find it, but I marked it on my Gaia. And this is a really cool spot. And it's on a main road, so it's not hard to get to. And I'm glad I stopped and marked it. Keep going. Wow, look at that. So I found this cool offshoot off 504, and they've done a lot of clearing here, so it's thinned out. You got the old gas pump, but this view through the trees that you normally wouldn't get in the summertime of the other ridges with a little snow on them, so awesome. Very cool. back on 504. How about that? Ooh, that got a little slippy to the right or the left. So I saw these iced over mud puddles, and of course I'm going to do them because they're fun. I had no idea that they were actually this loose. The one up close to Vader is actually pretty deep on the left, and I slid sideways a little bit, but it's a deep enough rut that it just stuck. But that was pretty fun. It's always cool finding stuff like that out here. This isn't a very big offshoot. I saw it on the map. All I wanted to do was the intro of it. So I'll go a little further, find a turnaround spot, and then head back out on this stuff. Deer. Well, I thought I'd get something on camera today. I wonder where that deer went. Pulled up the hill after that icy mud pit, and I saw a deer, and lo and behold, deer tracks. So just hanging out up here. So that was a cool mud pit. Lots of ice in that one. See, this is a dead end. Just probably turn around at the gas line and head out, but this is the second out of 3 times I've gotten wildlife on camera. The first time we were here, we got a bear, a black bear, and a deer, and I just got a deer this time, so 2 out of 3. So there's definitely a lot of action in this forest. I was surprised to get something today, but that's cool. Alright, so I have no idea where 504 ends, but I've done a good chunk of it. So I think I'm gonna go back to that campsite and eat, and then I'm gonna head back on 508 to go over to the trails that I went on this summer to see if they look any different and if the gates are open, because now I'm curious if the gates don't close seasonally, because there's some really cool trails over there and there's some campsites I'd like to know if they're available in the winter. So Okay, so there's this trail that cuts over from 318 to 187A, I believe. It's 187A or B. And I didn't take it in the summertime, so I think I'm gonna take it now. It's this little guy right here. So I could take 318 all the way to the main 187 Forest Road and then turn into the trail there. But I've wanted to do this one, so I'm gonna try this one now. And it looks like it'll be pretty fun. So let's do that. And if we get to 187 A or B, whichever one it is, I think there's a good gas line overlook there, and that's what I want to get a shot of in the wintertime. So let's go see if it's there. All right, let's see where this takes us. Hopefully 187B. Cool. This is what I was looking for. If you saw the video from July, there's this really cool gas line cut out in the valley, and if you take 187B, you end up crossing right across it. How cool is that? I don't know what it looks like on GoPro, but it's pretty awesome in real life. So pretty cool hill. This 187B ends at a gas line just a couple hundred yards up. Turn around there and head back out. like this might be a turnaround spot. That was a pretty big hill. All right, so that's actually more downhill than I remember it. That's a pretty big hill coming down there. So I might actually just turn around here. There's 2 more switchbacks to get down to the tree. I almost just fell and slipped. It goes down this way, and it's a really great trail. But if I'm gonna have trouble getting up, which I don't think I will, but if I'm gonna have trouble getting up, let's just limit it to this one hill right here. So good. All right, not bad. That's about 10-12%. Just finish this last bit. All right, made it out to Forest Road F150, and just gonna air up and then hit the highway and go over to the Kinzua Bridge State Park, and we'll show you the train bridge ruins that got taken out by the tornado. So just gonna air up with the power tank now. I'm trying to drain it. I feel like it's at the end of its life, and it just keeps airing up my tires. So I'm pretty impressed with how many air ups I've gotten out of it, but I have to see if I can use the rest of it. So I'm gonna do that now and then get out of here. That's it. No pressure. Finally killed it. It took all season. I got it in June. It took me until today to run out. So I'll just use my little mini tiny compressor, my Amazon compressor, my backup. I got 1.5 tires to do, and then I'll get out of here. Oh, look at it. It's so tiny. There it is. The old historical sign for the viaduct. A pretty cool little exhibit in here. We got some pieces in here. Look at this thing. Can you believe a tornado took this out? Still got the tracks. Oh man, you can actually see down under this thing. Come on. Some people might not like this. Imagine coming over this on a train and, you know, there's no rails here, you're just on the train. I bet this thing moved like crazy while there was a train on it. This is awesome. All right, let's see this platform view. Just incredible view of the valley. Holy cow. Man. That is insane. And there's walking trails down below. You can actually go walk the ruins. Wow. That is incredible. That is a hefty tornado that had to come through and do that. Beautiful view of the valley too. Wow. So cool. You can just see wind swirling and coming through here. Wow. That is awesome. And not that anyone needs this, but they put a window here, which is a little hard to see through right now, but I bet that's pretty cool in the summertime when it's actually clear. Here's another angle from the side. Jeez. Here's the story. Apparently in 2002, it got inspected and it wasn't safe, so they were restoring it, and literally within the year, crews had to take cover, and the F1 tornado came through and took this baby out. Wild. Let's do a little snowy trail step and go down here and get the underside view before we take off. Oh, I can think of better times to do this trail than right now. All right, here's underneath. Ways down to the bottom still. I'll do one switchback, see if I can't get an angle of all that mangled metal at the bottom. Luckily there's steps, so this is a pretty steep hill. All right, pretty close to the bottom. We're at the end of the viaduct at least. So there's that's the top, that's where we just were. This is the bottom-ish. And you just check out this spaghetti of metal. Holy cow. I can't believe for how big this thing was that wind took it out. That's wild. Well, that's Kinzua Bridge State Park. That thing's super cool. I'm gonna walk back up this big ass hill. Subscribe if you like the video, hit the bell if you want to see more. I'm super glad I got out and found some snow today, and I'm super glad I finally got to come see this. I'll catch you next time. Holy crap, walking up this hill sucks. It's so tall. There's so much more to go. See ya.